The third one is a more long term. It's a cattle raising, right? I am into animals. I like knowing animals. I love animals, so I go above and beyond learning the breeds and this and that. That's just me. This doesn't have to be you. You don't have to really know the breed. You just need to know how fast can that caretaker turn that cow. Pros are you're just waiting around for the money. Once again, it's very passive, but you're waiting over long periods of time. Think about it as a CD. Certificate of deposit or time deposit. You're waiting 3 months, 6 months, sometimes if you want to rear it until it's from what do you call a baby cow, all the way to an adult. Hey, you can cash it out either way. Now, those are one of the pros. It's just passive. It's just coming in. The cons are this is the cons. You need a really good caretaker. You need somebody who's proven to have good gains, because you have some lazy people that don't want to feed that thing, and you have to really scout out somebody you can trust. Now, this is just my opinion. Don't just go out there and be like, oh, wife, girlfriend, do you have somebody who can take care of cows? Yeah, I have my father. I have my brother, my cousin. No, I want to see that this guy knows how to take, because this is an investment. You have to really scout out somebody who's a good manager, which is the caretaker. Don't just go on the whim. Don't just be like, oh yeah, just let your father take care of it. He has cattle. He might not be the most successful person to take care of those things. Fortunately, my father-in-law loves to take care of cattle. That's his thing. My brother-in-law loves to take care of cattle. That's his thing. My other brother-in-law has really good results with pigs, so that's one that take care of the pigs. I have other people take care of the cattle that are just not familial, or just could be somebody who's taking care of cattle. They just seem to know what they're doing, and they're consistent with the feedings. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody is constantly gambling, smoking, whatever, especially gambling, your investment might not be well taken care of. Now there's a lot of cattle breeds that you can get into in the Philippines. Right now they're introducing a lot of stuff. Me personally, when we're scouting out for a cow, I'm looking for a hybrid, or what they call in the Visayas area, rasa. Rasa is like not your pure Philippine cattle bred, and a mix between, it could be what they call limousine. I think it looks like an Angus, but Anguses are black, I don't know. But you're looking for something that looks similar to a Brahmin, right? A Brahmin bull. Just like large whites and like landrace, Duroc type of pigs. Brahmins growth, their growth ratios, it's a lot quicker than a Philippine cattle. So I try to look my best to look for some hybrids or purebreds, but purebreds cost a lot of money, right? You're gonna take a lot of time to make that money back. And honestly, buying a purebred Brahmin, you're literally just studying him out. If you're buying Angus, you're studying them out, because you're taking the qualities of that growth ratio and implementing it into a more financially manageable situation for the caretaker, because this goes into your ROI. You can go about it two ways, right? Traditionally, as a passive low risk investment, what you're doing is you are buying the cattle, as in the capital. You're using your capital to buy the cattle, and the caretaker is responsible for taking care of that cattle, as in raising it, feeding it, whatever, taking care of everything. When it's time to sell, because a very experienced caretaker is going to tell you, okay, I think it's time to go. I think it's time to sell, because he's going off of his or her budget. Now, the breakdown ratio, right? The breakdown ratio for the cattle investments that I've experienced, it could be different in different islands, but generally this is like the farmer's rate. Usually it's called tersha, which is they break it into 3. So 2 is for the farmer or caretaker, 1 is for you. So basically what that means is, when all is said and done, you're selling that cattle, you just invested the capital. That's it. When you sell that cattle, you are giving back your capital. So the capital is 15,000, so you get 15,000. So let's just say the cow was sold for 30,000. You get back your 15 because you spent 15,000 for the cattle. Now the 15,000 is left up to break. You're dealing with 15,000 pesos in profit. You're gonna divide it by 3. You break that into 3. 5,000 goes to you. 10,000 goes to the farmer, because he's the one that he's trying his best to recoup on what he spent for the feeds and his time. So it's well deserved that he gets 2/3. The other way to do this is if you're financing it yourself, you give the caretaker a daily rate, a monthly rate, whatever. Or another way is another way is you buy the feeds and you get the 2/3 share and he gets 1/3. Those are some breakdowns that do happen in that farmer's rate, that cattle investments. If it's up for you, I mean, if you're up for it, then then go for it. I want to take this time to I think I'm going to do that every single Sunday. So you'll be getting it in the next couple of hours, basically. So I want to take this time to just answer. If you have any questions, I'm going to answer some. I'm just going to put it up here. Answer your best of my abilities. Nash Harap. I don't really understand Tagalog, but I'm gonna. Hi po, ano pwede ipakain sa mga baboy para makatipid sa pagkain? Plano ko din kasi magbabuyan. Salamat sa pumasin. I think he's basically saying, how can I save money on giving food on the? How can I save money on the feeds of the pigs? Now to go to the way I go, I give them pure feeds, right? Like Ultra Pack. That's what I give them. You can give them slop if you want, because it's up to you. You can give them slop, like basically the leftovers of what you eat. I've heard of people giving them tahop, which is like, I think, a corn. It might be corn based. Or I don't. It could be copra. Copra is coconut based. I've seen them give it to them, but you can give them slop. I mean, they have to meet certain ratios for like protein and things like that to get those yields. So concerning the piggery, that's you can feed them basically anything. It's an animal that's gonna keep eating. Good luck to you, Nash. I'm sorry I couldn't help you there. And Tino. You're definitely right about the Yaya kids. I have many cousins who are Yaya kids. If you guys don't really know, the Philippines, especially small towns, there is a social class, like with anything in any part of the world. There's like the farmers, then you have people who are working class, then you have people who are business people, then you have like really high echelon, top echelon people who've been controlling the island. You're definitely right. Being a Phil-Am, I used to get a lot of hate. I don't know. I'm considered Moreno, but some people say like I'm because my mom is of Spanish descent, so I am lighter to a degree, and I've been called mestizo many times, so or what's the other word? Tisoy. I don't know what the hell that means. I believe Filipinos have been oppressed to a degree, not physically, obviously, not anymore, mentally, to think a certain way and to limit themselves in a box where this is just you're dark skinned, you're done. Versus you're light skinned, you can rule the world. That type of, And a lot of parents don't do it intentionally. It's just when you come from a privileged life, you look at life totally differently than someone who has been pushed around, been on the bottom rung of the ladder. It's a totally different perspective. The people from one side, they might not like you. They might be ignorant, and then the people on one side, like the let's say like the less fortunate side, might not like you. They might have preconceived notions of how you are as a person. You can be a nice guy. I've faced that many times, where me as a Filipino American, coming from a family who does business and families who are in like politics and stuff like that, you have to be the first one to initiate. That's what I do. Like, hey, what's up? ¿Cómo está? How are you? I'm the first one who initiates, because just on the fact that I don't want no one thinking that I'm a snob. I'm not proving anything to anyone, but I'm just saying it's one of those things where I'm always trying my best to put a good face on, good positive vibe onto the people, because those people are great. I mean, I don't mean those people. I'm just saying. Everybody in every social class in any part of the world has something to offer the world, right? It's just whether you want to learn or not. And last but not least, if it pops up, shout out to Zami Ikoi. She's a vlogger, I guess, from Japan. She's from Bakong. Went to Japan, I guess, to work. I just want to give her a shout out. If you would like to subscribe to her channel, if any of you guys want to, get shout outs, let me know. I don't really care. I'm here to support everyone. Like I said before, from the beginning, it's really nice when thousands of people watch these videos, right? Thousands. it's really nice that one person watches a video. Because why? Maybe it helped them. You know, I have some people on the videos who comment some weird, bad stuff, but hey, you have to understand, I'm putting myself out there in that way. It's like a window. Either people can throw gold into the window or throw shit. So it is what it is. I don't get affected by it like that, you know, unless you really, you know, I'm only human. But for the most part, I'm mostly positive. I try to be positive. You know, Ruby and I have a lot of stuff on our plate. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and God bless and take care.